This is
bodybuilding. It's about a week after New Year's. Back to my dieting. Here's my chicken breast. This is just baked. I cooked it on an angle so that all the grease would go to one side. Same concept as the George Foreman grill, just baking it. Lazy man's chicken breast, but works pretty good. Cut out all the skin and whatnot. So what I'm cooking today is going to be some chili. This is some good shit. I'll tell you that right now. What I do is I cook a big pot, and it will be good for a month. So this is something that I'm probably going to have around noon, or maybe 2 or 3 hours before my workout. It's got, let's see, what I did is I added up all the ingredients, okay, and then I broke it up. I divided it by 11. So each serving, you're going to get 72 grams of protein, 2.8 grams of saturated fat, 8.7 grams of fat, 67 grams of carbs, 16 fiber, 22 grams of sugar. So that's all your sauce and your bean juices or whatever. So it has a high sugar content, but I usually like that. You know, this is why I like to eat it before my workout, so that I'm starting to get all the carbs and everything in my bloodstream, and I'm ready to burn it off anyway. During my sets is a great time for me to catch my breath. It's not time to be talking about how Daisy's on the bike or something. You know, of course it happens, right? But that's not what I'm there for. It's staying focused. Focus. Ouch! Is really. Now I'm losing my train of thought here. So enough multitasking here. We'll talk about the food. This is gonna be all George Foreman grilled. Ground beef, extra lean, and you're gonna cut the fat. Of course, it's obvious, right? And then I got beans, and more beans. Two runs of the George Foreman grill. This is the last one. It was 1.2 kilograms for the big pack, 0.6 for the small pack. I had 2 big packs and 1 small one. So it's quite a bit of meat for a big pot of chili. And I'll just go through the ingredients real quick here. I got my tomato sauce. This is what I'm storing all the grease in right now. It's nice in Canada. It's frozen. Everywhere is cold, -20 or whatever. So I just put that outside and it freezes like a rock in about, well, whenever I pick it up, maybe an hour or 2 or something like that. And so all the grease is in there. Here, just getting ready for the George Foreman. Nice and ready. Good. Okay, that's out of the way. So I dumped in the whole thing of this. I don't really juice that because it's pretty watery, just a little bit of tomatoes and salt. And then almost all of this tomato paste. So here, this one is diced tomatoes. So that's all I have in there. It's a good time to turn it on. I have the onions underneath the meat, so that'll allow it to saute or whatever. And then I'll start, as soon as this heats up a little bit, then I'm almost finished with the meat. The base of the sauce will be ready. This is some chili sauce, your typical Heinz it up. And then I got pork and beans. You gotta be careful. You don't want to be eating the big chunk of pork that comes out of there, right? So what I do also is a little thick, so I give it a little juice, because this is a little treat. Oh, there she is. Yum, yum, yum. This is the pork part. You got to make sure you take that out of there. No, no, no. Okay. So I'll do that for all of the beans, and then I have one big thing of kidney beans. They're all going to get juiced quite similarly. You don't want to make it so dry. Give it a little bit of flavor. I mean, and then 1 chili style kidney beans. So the ratio of molasses, pork and beans is 3, and then I have 2 tomatoes. Alright, perfect timing. Just got here, cutting up the George Foreman, make sure all the flow paths of grease escape our bodies. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so the meat's off. Got rid of all the grease. And I'm going to start adding products. So just to keep you guys occupied, well, first of all, I'll put in the kidney beans because they need the longest time to cook. So kidney beans going there. Get the other kidney beans going. And then stir that around. Give it maybe, well, this is already at 100 degrees Celsius. So whatever that is, my American counterparts. Stir that in. So I got the kidney beans in already. Time for the secret ingredient. So about half that pack there. And I used to go by color, but now I know exactly the volume or the amount. It's half of 85 grams. So it gives it a nice flavor. Stir it in. Dun, da, da, da. You got some man chili. That's what I'm going to call it, man chili. Everything's quick and simple. Nobody wants to be sitting around. This is good for a month. Okay? 1 month. Eat this in conjunction with the chicken breast, the fish, the steak. And when you get rid of, this is all the packs, this is the grease. 800 milliliters of thick, nasty ground beef. Yum, yum, yum. So that's it. Start putting it all in, and you're good to go. You got yourself chili. Let me just keep going here, because I'm still cooking. I might as well just. I wanted to actually saute this, but whatever. It's all in the same bag. Hey, sneaky bugger, hiding. So I'll talk about what I do at the gym. That's second nature for me. There's a lot of times when I want to quit. Not a lot of times, but you know, you're just tired and you got to get to the next level. You know everybody else is working hard, or you know what you got to do is not free, so you just keep on going, and my workout program is very fixed, but not really fixed. And what I mean by that is I do the same thing pretty much, but vary it in the ways that I lift it, and the weights and the different exercises. That's how I get the variation. Some days I'll just do. My friend just told me about it. It works really well. Is the 10, 10, 10, 10. You do it like 10 times and just keep lifting until failure. That's good for once in a while, but I prefer what I do is I go to 12, then I go to 10, then I go to 8, then I go to 6, and I progressively increase the weight of any exercise that I'm doing. So it's kind of like a formula. Every time will be the same for every exercise. That works good because you get the high and the low rep range, and you can see as you're gaining weight or gaining mass how much you can lift. So as you get a little bit stronger, the weight that you used to be at 12, you're now at a 10 or 8, and that you can gauge your workouts that way. And it doesn't and the variations in the amount that you lift really helps to keep you motivated, because you're not saying I got to get to 10 or something all the time. You could say, oh well, maybe I'm at a 10 now with that weight because you just decided to pick it up. And now you know for next time how much to increase, right? Until you start figuring out for each exercise how much you can lift. And then your target is to get into that range. So let's suppose I pick up a weight and I make 15. And what I'm saying by making 15, it's not, you just get experience to know what you can lift. So I make 15, and at that point I get failures. So before I get to 15, I subconsciously know that I'm going to make 15. So I start lifting it a little bit slower. Start feeling it, start making sure that I'm making the muscles contract and focus on one muscle group. And that way I hit 12. So you learn a lot of control, how to hold the weight, and you don't have to force yourself to kill yourself and not want to go the next day. As soon as you get into that stage where you're thinking, man, this is too hard, I can't do this. Well, take a step back and make sure that it's enjoyable as well, because you're spending a lot of time in the gym. You might as well enjoy it. So make the best out of it. Right now, I'm finished with my chili. Let this heat up. And what I do is, because I have, you can notice that the volume is not going to allow myself to cook all of this. So split some of this here. Try to kind of proportion the meat the same way, and that's it. You got chili, and that is this is a very, very good meal. And you're cutting out the fat. You're getting rid of all of the nastiness, as I like to say. And instead of having chips and crackers or whatever at nighttime, this is for cravings. A little bit of almonds. Don't get too carried away. But if you think that you want some chips or something, don't be afraid to snack on a few almonds. And that'll keep it carried over. 6 meals a day. And that's bodybuilding cooking. That's a wrap. So if you've taken the time to watch the previous videos, I appreciate it. And obviously, if you've asked me personally, this is where I would have directed you. So thanks for watching. This is my chili. This is very good. I'm really enjoying this. And just in closing, what I like to talk about is the bodybuilding aspect of it from now on in.